Mission start.
Hello, this is Anthony to be honest, and welcome to the first ever podcast, Mission Start. We will talk about anime and video games. This podcast is brought to you by LCU and Napa Valley College, even though we are not at the college. So, but yeah, this podcast will be going to my dad's website. Okay, what's going on? Okay. So I'll introduce myself and as well as others. My name's Anthony Bianis. All right, fine. I'll say my first name. Yeah, first name basis.
What's up? I'm Jake.
Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Chris. We're going to be discussing many things about video games, things about, the anime world, all that sort. So, Anthony, please start us off.
All right, we're gonna start with what you've been playing or watching or both. I'm gonna start over here with Jake.
What's up? Well, I have not really been playing too much anything as far as video games go. Every once in a while I play a little Mario Kart or something like that on the 64, but not much other than that.
I haven't played a whole lot since I got back from Fanime either. So far it's just been a little bit of Team Fortress, getting those spy and sniper upgrades, and some Castle Crashers, and that's about it. I haven't really been watching anything either. I've been busy sneaking people.
Mission start.
Hello, this is Anthony to be honest, and welcome to the first ever podcast, Mission Start. We will talk about anime and video games. This podcast is brought to you by LCU and Napa Valley College, even though we are not at the college. So, but yeah, this podcast will be going to my dad's website. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so I'll introduce myself and as well as others. My name's Anthony Bianis. All right, fine. I'll say my first name. Yeah, first name basis.
What's up? I'm Jake.
Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Chris. We're going to be discussing many things about video games, things about, the anime world, all that sort. So, Anthony, please start us off.
All right, we're gonna start with what you've been playing or watching or both. I'm gonna start over here with Jake.
What's up? Well, I have not really been playing too much anything as far as video games go. Every once in a while I play a little Mario Kart or something like that on the 64, but not much other than that.
I haven't played a whole lot since I got back from Fanime either. So far it's just been a little bit of Team Fortress, getting those spy and sniper upgrades, and some Castle Crashers, and that's about it. I haven't really been watching anything either. I've been busy sneaking people into my house,
As far as anime, I haven't been watching anything for a long time, since before Fanime. I was watching Samurai Champloo, I like that. But as far as games, I've been playing Bionic Commando on the 360, a little bit of Team Fortress every once in a while. What do you mean? The full retail 360 game of Bionic Commando, I mean, and also Neo Steam free MMO. It's pretty fun, addicting.
And I've been recently playing Bionic Commando for the Xbox 360. I'm nearly done with it. Animes I have been watching recently. I've been watching Bleach. I've been trying to catch up from episode 220 to 225. By the way, when this podcast goes up, you probably already watched it. Let's see, I've been watching that. I've been watching K-On! Recently. And we're watching the new Haruhi Season 2, which they just released, and they're taking their sweet ass time just releasing the episodes, because the first episode they released a few weeks ago, and then yeah. let me finish my story. So they released the first episode a couple weeks ago, and then it took them 2 weeks to release the second episode.
Dude,
they have do they promise that they'll bring one every week?
Kind of the unspoken promise, I guess.
Yeah, that is kind of unspoken promise because Bleach releases their new episodes every week.
I wouldn't expect like every episode to come every week. I mean, they have their own things to do, you know. Just leave them alone.
Like what? Work on other anime? They don't do that really. Yeah. All right. I'll go eat one later. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I did. It's here. So I've got that out of the way. So now we're gonna discuss as far as video game news and upcoming anime. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Anime cons first, or do you want to go video games? We'll go off of video games. We'll discuss what's going on. So all right. So we'll first start off with this one I got off of 1UP News. By the way, all this information I got is from 1UP. So let's see. Dragon Quest is a big deal in Japan. So Dragon Quest 8 it came out. Yeah. So
Isn't Dragon Quest kind of like I'm not gonna compare Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. I'm just wondering if they're similar. I haven't played any of the Dragon Quests, honestly. Let me see that. Well, it says that 95.5% of Japanese people between the ages of 16 and 49 are aware of Dragon Quest. Jesus Christ.
That's because everyone knows what that little slime is. It looks the same like throughout every game.
So to explain what I got in front of me about the story is that Dragon Quest, or as it's read, Dragon Quest games may be often delayed. They may often be the same thing over again. They may go for bargain bin prices 1 month after release, but the Japanese still up 2 bits. A few statistics to prove this, courtesy of this week's issue of Famitsu magazine. Oh yeah, he just said it. But here's the other part he didn't say. In Famitsu, most wanted lists, where readers are polled on what games they're looking forward to the most. What's that say? DQ11 was ranked 162 times. Dragon Quest 8? Yeah, whatever. Since the game's announcement in December 2006, it's never placed below number 4 once in the past 2.5 years. There was one point where it took up the top spot for 40 weeks in a row. In fact, how much have all Dragon Quest games sold in Japan? This much. Dragon Quest, the first one, sold 1.5 million copies. Dragon Quest 2 sold 2.4 million. Dragon Quest 3 sold 5.9 million. Includes SNES and Game Boy remakes. Dragon Quest 4 sold 5.6 million copies. Dragon Quest 5, 5.8. Pretty much their total of copies they sold, 32.2 million copies. Enough to give one copy to a quarter of Japan's entire populations. So Dragon Quest 8, Dragon Quest is still a big deal in Japan, but not too much big here in the U.S. It's all about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, because it originated in Japan, and you know, it's kind of like it would be kind of like an import kind of thing, and I don't think many people really. It's not that it hasn't been carried out over here in the U.S. or anything, but
I don't have too much to say, but I do remember the original Dragon Quest, the first one that came out for NES. I remember my older brother played that, and I remember he introduced me to a little bit like that. It was one of those original first like RPGs that we were introduced to over here in the States, along with like Legend of Zelda and all those other great NES games.
Yeah. I've never played Dragon Quest, but I always hear that it's always huge in Japan. And whenever a new game comes out, you will see lines of people just like outside the store. Yeah. Japan's more hardcore than, well, I wouldn't say more hardcore, but yeah, it was huge. It's huge in Japan. It's still huge as today. Yeah. The first one was 8-bit. Yeah.
I remember, I'm starting to the memories are coming back now from my childhood of the early Dragon Quest, when it was like all 8-bit, and you watch your little sprite walk around the screen, and you'll run into little slimes and different colored slimes and things like that. You level up your character and learn new spells and whatnot. That's all I can really remember from the original Dragon Quest. I haven't played any of the new titles at all.
All right. This next one I bring up, Best Buy testing used games kiosks in Texas stores. So from what I've learned so far, what I've been hearing about, recently, okay, basically from knowing prior to this, but I'll read it. Non
Wait, could you just give a paraphrase? 'Cause
paraphrase all of it.
be like really boring.
All right, all right.
This isn't the Discovery.
Okay, so basically what's going on is that Best Buy, along with Toys R Us, along with GameStop, they're doing the whole used games thing, and Best Buy is one of the newcomers who just came onto the scene as far as used games, and they're testing the waters to see how it works. I mean, it's good. It's good to have competition, but I'm still. I don't know. I mean, like, it depends on the situation because, like, if the kid doesn't have enough money for a new game but wants to have the same experience and they can buy a used one, then yeah, I'm all for it. But, like, aside from that, I mean, well, yeah, I'll get on my rant later on. But, like, what do you think?
As far as that goes, I mean, are they still gonna have the warranty thing that they always offer on every game? Are they gonna have honestly, I don't know about this. Best Buy, I could understand trying to bring in some competition to the kind of area, I guess, but I don't know. I'll have to see how that works out. I mean, give it a few months, maybe it'll kind of develop into its own thing, and like people will be really all up for that and stuff.
I didn't even know that Toys R Us did that. Honestly, I haven't been to a Toys R Us in forever. They don't have them near us anymore. What? I know it's Best Buy, but he said Toys R Us did it too. Yeah, yeah. And, oh wow, alright. I don't, I don't think that it's gonna be that great of an idea because it's gonna, take away some jobs from some people like me. Or actually not me, I'm 18 now. Because people can't work every position at GameStop, for example, because it's a pawn shop because they sell used games. So it's going to screw up some jobs from people. I mean, I don't know how much you guys care about that. I don't know what our audience is. But, and I'm hoping that it doesn't make Best Buy turn into the bunch of jerks that GameStop kind of is now. You know, well, I mean, yeah, GameStop's all right for games, but some of their people are kind of, yeah, they're jerks. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, they should try it, I guess. See how it works. I just don't think it's gonna go that well. Yeah, someone should take the microphone. I'm gonna look at 4chan now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, personally, I don't know either. Yeah. So, any thoughts on?
I don't know much about this. I just learned about this just now from you guys. I had no idea that Best Buy was buying used games. Are they gonna be kind of like Hollywood and Game Crazy is like Best Buy, and they're gonna have something like that?
Probably. I mean, like, because like not only them are doing it, but also Amazon and let's see what else is down here. Walmart, Amazon, Toys R Us. Are doing the used games thing to where I'm pretty sure they're gonna copy GameStop and saying we're gonna have these games for sale that are been used and trade in. You can get credits for get credits if you turn in stuff, and then more profit for the Walmart and whatever, and not more profit for the developer. So yeah, I mean yeah, but. Well, GameFly is different though, because like GameFly, you actually have to kind of be on a subscription basis, but you do get to buy used games, sort of. All right. So this another story I bring up: pre-order Assassin's Creed 2 and get access to the I want to say this, so yeah.
It says Palazzo Medici.
Yeah, you got it. Awesome. But basically, what it is if you pre-order Assassin's Creed 2 at a GameStop or somewhere, you'll be able to get this new environment built into the game and be unlocked, and you get to roam around and do all this parkour stuff around it as the new Altair in this game. But this comes at an interesting point there that Assassin's Creed 2 now joins Forza 3, Madden NFL 10, Tekken 6 on a growing list of upcoming games that offers some sort of exclusive bonus incentive when pre-order at GameStop. It's kind of nice that they're at least giving gamers a reason to be bombarded with offer to reserve these games, but wouldn't it be nicer to simply include basically they're getting smart with pre-orders. Like if you're gonna pre-order a game, they're gonna offer more like a demo or like an early or like some exclusive thing with a game, because seriously, like if you're pre-ordering for a game that you know will not be there, then you're fine. But like if you're pre-order a game just because they tell you to, just because $5 towards pre-order, you make sure nobody takes it, when realistically that the game will be there on day one, no matter what. It's kind of lame that they're doing that. Hey, I'm all for it as long as they give something incentive to the pre-orders that they're doing.
Well, as far as this goes, I mean, a lot of I've been seeing a lot of people like doing that lately, like Call of Duty World at War. You get the that weapon, I guess. Gears of War 2 is like the gold lancer thing, and Wolverine is like an extra room, and now it's like with Assassin's Creed 2, it's an extra environment. I'm just wondering though, in this extra environment, is it really more like is it like more that I mean, I know it's an extra environment, but is it like, do you just roam around there? Is it part of the story, or what?
I'm pretty sure they'll have like at least a couple of like assassinations that they'll task you to do.
I really doubt that it'd be just not one area. I mean, like you pre-order it and then it's like, it's not. I mean, I can understand later if they like release it for like downloadable content, which I don't know. That'd be a little, I wouldn't say dumb, but it wouldn't be a great idea because it's just one little area. Unless they bring out a whole kind of new thing to it, then I don't really see it being too much like worth it.
Well, I mean, this download content's fine and all. I was probably going to end up pre-ordering this anyways, but that kind of makes you wonder how they're going to try and incorporate it. I know you're saying it's an unlockable environment, but it's either... Oh, you're trying to unlock my phone now. All right, go for it. And, how are they going to incorporate it? Is it going to just be tacked on to, like, the edge of the world, and it's just going to be there? Or are they going to try and put it into the game world? Or... And if you don't have it, what's going to be there instead? Is it going to be there, but just have the bluish tinted walls that it had in the game before, like in the first game where you couldn't go somewhere? Or what do you think's going to happen?
I think that, they with this unlockable thing they might have, that they probably what happens is that people who don't pre-order the game, the people who don't pre-order, people who don't pre-order the game. I'm pretty sure it will be like a downloadable content that will be up for sale on Xbox Live or PSN to add on to their thing, kind of like the things they do with every other first-person shooter with their maps. But this is I know this is a different map, but like I know what you're saying, but like they done it before with other games, like Prince of Persia, like the last one, the latest one. They added like a new ending and like a few more levels to it. Yeah, seriously. No. But I'm pretty sure that one section pre-order or not will be up for sale on PSN and Xbox Live. Just to, if you want to still check it out, you probably have to buy it. My guess is if you don't pre-order it. So Jake, you want to say anything other than looking at 4chan stuff?
What are we talking about at the moment? Really? I had no idea. Apparently they give you an extra environment if you pre-order the game. What does this environment consist of? What is this? This picture they're showing me is pretty cool looking. The Palazzo Medici. Palazzo Medici. I'm gonna look it up right now.
So as he looks up this cool place, while he looks that up, oh yeah, the gameplay looks good. It looks really good. I'm enjoying the fact that you're now friends with Leonardo da Vinci, and yeah, and you get the ability to where all his inventions that he has, he mocked up on his paper. You get to actually use in the game, which is really awesome. Did you guys see the E3 press conference?
I did see it, and they showed some footage from the game. They showed some of the cool stuff. Like he got to use the glider thing, that apparently Leonardo da Vinci invented a flying machine way before the Wright brothers ever did. And there's evidence in the new Assassin's Creed of it actually working and flying. But
I didn't see the press conference itself, but I did watch the video, or I downloaded the video on Xbox Live of the gameplay itself, and I'm liking how it looks right now. You know, all the situational assassinations, like right at the beginning when he stabbed the guy and put him on the bench. I'm wondering how often you're going to be able to use both the wrist blades, and I'm kind of hoping you can still counter with them, because I had fun with that. Countering with the hidden blade means you're an awesome person. I'm also kind of wondering, because he didn't show any of the other weapons other than the improvised ones. So I'm sure he still has them, but I was kind of wondering about the throwing blades, if the smoke bombs will act similarly, where you have to pickpocket them off of people, or if you can pick them up somewhere. So I'm just wondering about that, and I think the game looks good. I'm gonna get it, definitely. I just don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna pre-order it yet or not.
I have nothing further to add to the conversation.
As you lay back and just kind of relax. We're talking about Assassin. Yeah. Oh, he's got the picture up, so.
well, I just Googled the Palazzo Medici, also called the Palazzo Medici Riccardi, for the later family that acquired and expanded it, is a Renaissance palace located in Florence, Italy. And this what I'm talking about right now is the bonus stage that I guess you get if you pre-order the Assassin's Creed. I'm looking at the pictures, along with the pictures that I saw in the article, and I believe the pictures in the article are actually CG shots from the game itself, and they match up pretty close to what I'm looking at right here. It's pretty much an old school Italian-looking stone building, some cool little statues and artwork, and it's pretty big. Yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah, definitely. So we cannot wait. So we'll see, but yet to have judgment until the game is out and played it. So, all right, cool. So the next one I want to bring up. Maybe a quick question. You guys, I guess this is for all the Nintendo fans. New Netflix on Wii survey pops up, drops potential fee. Second survey suggests Netflix still considering bringing their streaming service to Nintendo's console. So they're thinking about bringing Netflix out, is on 360 onto the Wii also. Which can you really do on a Wii? That I'm like wondering.
It'd probably just the channel. Yeah, it'd probably just be a channel then. Netflix. I guess that's a good idea. I mean, more money in their pockets. Yeah, it can only work to their benefit. So I mean, like it's kind of it's on the 360 right now, isn't it? Yeah, it's on the 360. So I mean, add it on the Wii, you got more money in your pocket.
Not to mention that the Wii is selling a shit ton of money already as it is. Okay, well they're still top. No. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The Wii is outselling the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and you know that for a fact. It is. They're like, no. PS3 is last. The Wii is like completely owning everybody. So having Netflix on the Wii for them is a great benefit. I'm just trying to figure out how are you gonna play. Would the resolution of the movies be less than 360? Because like they have it at 1080p right now, so I only guess it'd be like at a price for like a smaller low res version. 480p, yeah.
After hearing the resolution of the Wii, I don't know who in their right mind would be renting movies with a Wii when they could rent a movie with a high-tech machine like an Xbox that has 1080p and high definition. Or they could just use their DVD player and use regular Netflix. So I'm thinking now, going back to that, looking back on that, I don't think so. Not such a good idea.
Is it instant streaming?
They haven't said yet, but hold on. Yeah, the original rumor was just that an instant streaming disc could be required for the service to work. That'll be obtained for a one-time fee of $10. So potentially it could be online streaming. It could be, but still with the resolution that low, it's probably better to get put it on a DVD. But it's a benefit for them. I mean, like, out of the tens of thousands of people who own a Wii, I'm pretty sure they're gonna buy it anyway, or like rent a movie. Like one of those hundreds of thousands probably will. All right. Here's a story we can talk about. Rigatolo addresses Sims 3 piracy. The Sims 3 piracy issue that Rigatolo addresses. So EA CEO John Rigatolo takes the piracies of the Sims 3 with good humor. Basically, what he's saying is that they did it on purpose for the Sims 3 to be pirated. Yeah, the Sims 3 has been pirated a lot. Even though with the pirated games that affected them tremendously, they still sold 1.4 million in the first week alone. But it's still a good amount of money, and that's what their plan was, I guess. What they're trying to say is that when it was pirated, they said that was their intention, so they get more coverage and more people out there playing the game before buying it.
Well, from what I've read on, I read this on GameSpy, was that wow. What I've read on WoW, or not WoW, why did I say that? What I read on GameSpy was that they purposely did this to, for one thing, The Sims 3 is, before the game launched, it was there's like torrents of it, and it was basically like a demo version of the game. It was, you only get one city, you don't get as many things as you would in the full retail game and all that. And so using this kind of strategy, they kind of encouraged people who pirate the games a lot to kind of actually go out and actually buy this game, full stuff. But then there's kind of more torrents now where it's actually like the full game and everything, so doesn't work out to their advantage, I guess.
I'm vividly reminded of when Spore came out and they said it was unpiratable, so people just pirated it to spite them. I don't know why they would. Yeah, let's go do that now. They're just. I think they're just trying to cover up the fact that they got their game pirated really good. I mean, the only people that are probably gonna buy that game are like the 12-year-old little girls who don't know how to pirate stuff because they're not internet superheroes. Oh wow, that's pretty skilled. But yeah, so I don't know. I think they're just trying to cover up the fact that they screwed up. So yeah, pretty much.
Right. And Sims 3 is one of those games that are going to be it's going to sell well, but it will take a long time for them to sell it. Well, I mean, like I know they sell pretty well, but it's going to have long legs. It's going to keep selling. Like it's a game will keep selling for over a period of time, so it will still sell a lot, and it will be pirated a lot too. So it's I guess good and bad at the same time. So okay, so let's see.
Yeah, I've never played any of The Sims ever, so I don't know anything about them. I know it's a simulation of something. I really don't know anything about them being pirated, really. Sorry. Jake has nothing to say on this.
Right, our limited knowledge of games is overwhelming. So, let's see. Well, I guess we can talk about this one. This is one we discussed earlier, but we were interrupted by the class. Yeah. So yeah, we should have interrupted them. Yeah. So Gearbox president Randy Pitchford basically said to both Infinity Ward and Bungie, I keep waiting to hear what Bungie's gonna do that's not a Halo game. Basically, he's saying that after all the games Bungie and Infinity Ward has done, they've done too much Halo and Call of Duty. He's wondering, will they ever make like new IPs, or like will they ever like an original game that people are gonna look at and say it's not the same Call of Duty game that's been chilling out for the past 3-4 years. Same with Halo. So to his credit, Call of Duty and Halo still make a lot of money on its brand name. And I would love to see Bungie and Infinity Ward make a new game as far as like what else they can do outside of first-person shooters. So I mean, I would like to see it, but like it won't come for a long time until they start losing money or like they really want to do their new idea. So, and what do you think, guys?
You said his name's Randy Pitchfork? That's a pretty awesome name. I know someone named Charles Deathridge. That's pretty cool. But I said this earlier, and I'll say it again because I think it's an extremely potential possibility is that if Infinity Ward tries to make a new IP, it will be like what EA did with Battlefield, where they just go into the future, 2142. I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I did. I think that they won't stray from what they know, which is a lot of Call of Duty games. So, I mean, I don't know if they've done anything else. They probably have, but I haven't seen it. And I don't know. I mean, Bungie, I would like to see something new from them, but to my knowledge, all they've done are shooters. They started with Marathon. Yeah, I know that Halo was originally a strategy game and they made it a shooter, but then they did make a strategy game, and Halo Wars. Yeah, it was. It was Bungie, but it didn't belong to Microsoft because they had announced it at the right time for it to not be just Microsoft's money.
They made RTSs and like I think was it strategy or was it an MMO? I think it's strategy. Yeah, they made strategy games in like 90s, 95, 96.
They made the original Myth games, and they made like other strategy games back then. Yeah, all they made was Myth.
Yeah, and they made Oni too. And
I thought I might have remembered there being an RTS by them, but I wasn't sure if that was them or the same people who did Baldur's Gate. Because I remember, didn't Myth have that one really bad glitch where if you installed it in your root and uninstalled it, it deleted your entire computer?
Yeah, that was a massive glitch. But it was. But Baldur's Gate was made by BioWare. But
I remember Oni. I remember the cover art was so awesome that it made me want to get the game, so I did. And then I remember the first time I played it, I was disappointed. For some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. It must have been like high or something that day. Because the next time I played it, it was so fun and I was hooked. And I played it all day until I beat it.
right, as a person who has never played Oni, but I want to, Bungie and Infinity Ward are gonna sell a lot of money anyways. But like,
okay, let me put it like this. I know Activision and Neversoft like to make their own kind of things, but as far as the Tony Hawk in the Guitar Hero series, it's kind of the same thing as what Bungie and Infinity Ward are doing a little bit. I mean, Neversoft and Activision are actually milking these two franchises, while Infinity Ward and Bungie are kind of they're doing kind of the same thing. I mean, Infinity Ward is making like actual like new updates. And well, there's kind of like a little like which one is better, Infinity Ward or Bungie kind of thing. It's kind of retarded because it's Call of Duty and it's stupid.
I don't think it's so much which is better. I think they're just both used as examples for what needs new IPs. But I honestly probably would not complain if Infinity Ward kept making Call of Duty games because people always play them and they always want to. But who wants to play Guitar Hero Smash Hits or whatever? It looks like it's a preteen kid game. Yeah.
I don't really like the newer Guitar Hero ones. They kind of, I'm gonna come out with it. It really sucked after 3. I mean, Rock Band and Rock Band 2 are far superior. And
In fact, we are using a Rock Band microphone right now.
true facts. And so, I mean, I wouldn't mind if Infinity Ward kept, like, doing the Call of Duty series. I mean, I enjoy it. It's a really good game. I mean, like, series, and I've enjoyed it except for, like, 3. I mean, 3 was alright, but I like the multiplayer better, actually. But that was the game. Infinity Ward didn't make that one, though, right? 3? Yeah. Yeah, they didn't make that one. Yeah, Treyarch made that one. It was alright. And they made World at War, which is, again, alright. Yeah, and so, yeah, I wouldn't mind if Infinity Ward kept doing this, but as far as Bungie doing Halo, you guys have been doing this since, like, 2001. Please stop. The first Halo was good, though.
This new Halo game it's more for the Halo fans than it is for anybody else. Cause like, I'm just saying like, I'm just saying who is more excited for a new Halo game than it is a Call of Duty game. Everybody loves and knows Call of Duty as far as better than Halo right now. So back then Halo was more popular, but like now it's back then it was yeah. Yeah, nobody. Yeah, so like it's completely different this time around because now everybody loves Call of Duty and more than they love Halo, and people would rather see a new Call of Duty than a new Halo game. I mean, yeah, even yeah. So hey, I would like to see new IP from Bungie one day, but. Until then, I'll go with the Halo, I guess, for now. Until make something better. All right, so let's go with this other story we talked about earlier. But yeah, if you listen to the other file I put up, it's gonna be like the outtakes of what happened prior to this. Anyways, Final Fantasy VII sells more than 100,000 copies on PSN. They re-released the game on PlayStation Network, and it's just the PS1 game, no graphics upgraded, no nothing. And yeah, it's the same old game, and it's still as popular as it was back then today. 12 years. It was out in 97? 98? Let's see. Final Fantasy VII came out as he looks up on Wikipedia. I know, this is pretty big. Yeah, 97. Right. 97. And to its point, to some people it was their first RPG. And they loved the hell out of it. But yeah, my honest opinion, like I played it a few years ago because I've heard that it was a really good game, obviously. And I just want to see how it looked and played. I played it and I couldn't get past the graphics, even though the graphics were PS1. I know, like back then it was right when the PS1 launched. But Fighting Force was good.
If you're complaining about graphics from like 12 years ago, then honestly, I don't know where you're at, man. I mean, they're like the first 3D, like one of the first, well, I wouldn't say one of the first, but, when 3D games were kind of evolving and kind of coming out, like the early Tekkens. Remember how blocky that looked? It was like literally blocks. It was their boxes, but they weren't that bad of a game. I mean, yeah.
But like Final Fantasy VII, like, to its point, the story may be good, but like, I just couldn't get past the graphics no matter what. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they try to make it super serious and like this really great storyline and all, but I really can't take the characters seriously when they look like cartoons. They looked like freaking Looney Tunes, like. Yeah, it was like Tetris in 3D. It's so hard to take that seriously. When they're talking about life and death and all these serious things going on, and I'm just like, dude, I see a little stick figure with spiky blonde hair, and I can't tell I can't tell what feeling he's feeling because he has the same expression no matter what.
mean, I'll play Final Fantasy 7 if they graphically upgraded it to like the tech demo that they showed up, or something maybe less than that. I just want something a better looking Final Fantasy 7 because like I could get past the graphics on that game. I mean, I would have probably enjoyed it if I went forward, even though with the graphics that bad. But for its era, for its time, it was supposed to be that great.
There are some Final Fantasy 7 characters as well as other Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts, and if they at least like they just redid it and at least had the characters look like they did in that, like the way Cloud looked in that Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and whatnot. I think they look pretty cool. Everyone else here agrees they looked pretty cool. If they just made Sephiroth and all them and Aeris and all them look like that, then I think that would be a pretty win game.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, but it's still, to its point, graphically good or not, it still sold 100,000 copies on PSN alone, and it will continue to sell because people love Final Fantasy no matter what. So,
I just have to say, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, and it seems overrated to me because of all the people using those kind of names for their everything, and yeah, XXX Sephiroth XXX, you know, with various capitalizations throughout it, and I much rather prefer Squall because big sword or sword with a gun on it, you know.
You do realize you're gonna get a lot of haters now.
I already knew I was going to get a lot of haters the first time I said it. I'll wait. I'll be sitting there in front of my house. I'll wait for you guys.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like the characters better in Final Fantasy VIII. They seem to have more of a personality, honestly. I mean, sure, Squall is kind of like, you know, he's kind of I would say, I wouldn't say he's emo, but he's kind of like a punk kind of, like, he's kind of like a jackass, not jackass. He's kind of a
delinquent.
Okay, he's a juvenile delinquent. Okay, I'm sorry. He's just a delinquent.
Delinquent maverick.
He's a delinquent maverick, apparently. And yeah. I mean, Skull is. I thought he was. I thought he was cooler. I mean, he was a little more badass in, you know, that one scene where you're like punching the shit out of that guy. That was cool. You know, like where you're going off the chain thing and like the ship. I can't remember exactly how to explain it. Like you're on this thing, you're hanging on, and you're fighting this guy, and you have to like press square to like punch. No, that wasn't loud. And you have to like punch this guy off. It was like that moment right there. I was like, this game is badass. So you know, I think it's overrated. That's all I'm saying.
As we distracted by seeing a cartoon about Final Fantasy. Yeah. If anybody hasn't looked it up, the awesome series on Newgrounds. Look, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you get free publicity here, man. So, basically, look up look up on awesome series on so yeah, look it up on Newgrounds, the awesome series on Final Fantasy. That's kind of like a summarize of what it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's freaking Final Fantasy. That is Final Fantasy VII in a nutshell. If you watch Awesome Compilation Volume 4 by Ego Raptor, and he does a parody of Final Fantasy VII along with 2 other games in it. Yeah, that's Final Fantasy VII in a nutshell.
Yeah. So, by the way, I don't hate you Final Fantasy fans. I'm your friends. So, so the next, well, it's not much of a story, but kind of cool that it's out there. The guys who did Little Big Planet are on the works on a groundbreaking PS3 game, according to 1-Up. They're working on a AAA PS3 title for Sony. Apparently that they're going to make a game that is supposedly going to be, none of these are supposed to be like bigger than Little Big Planet and like bigger than anything else they've done before, which is good to hear because Little Big Planet wasn't one of those games that sold a lot when it first came out. And it was a very underrated PS3 game. But
I don't know. I'm still have to download all my music back on that. I did not play Little Big Planet. I wanted to. I have a PS3, but I don't use it because to me, the PS3 is not very good. I'm going to put it at that. And I am going to build up my group of haters more and more. I wanted to play it. I didn't. I still have not. And I thought it would sell a lot better. I heard it did not sell as good as it could have. It sold alright. Yeah, that's the one where you make your own levels and stuff. Yeah, I wanted to play that too.
Yeah, that's one of my games I want to get when I get a PS3. If you're selling it, we'll have to talk later. But yeah, what do you think?
A Little Big Planet? I haven't played it. I really wanted to. I think the graphics look freaking awesome because like the characters are all made up. They're all made up of like realistic items, and like the all the levels from what I've seen are like kind of like realistic places, like bedrooms and whatnot and things. Yeah, it looks really cool. You can make your own levels and stuff. Use all kinds of items that normally wouldn't be used for making levels.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool they're making their game. I want to see what they do, cause they're making a new AAA title. They haven't said yet.
Is it gonna be kind of like that one game that they're showing? It was like it's that one racing game where you could create your own tracks and everything. It is no, not Trackmania. Trackmania is good. I'm not saying it's bad. Which oh wow. Yeah, but you know, like that one is kind of like a mix between Little Big Planet and like a racer. I can't remember what it's called. It was something. Can't remember exactly. It was at the E3. Yeah, what was that called? No, that wasn't Trackmania, dude. It was something downloadable racers or something like that.
So yeah, we'll just wait and see, and hopefully, they come out with something good. I mean, Little Big Planet is still a good game, but I think people just kind of don't see that as much as they should. But anyways, so let's see. Anything else you guys like to add before I move on to the anime con? Kind of which ones are coming up soon? Anime. Well, like anything else you want to add to any of the stuff we talked about?
Okay, since you guys are gonna be moving on to anime, I'm gonna be talking a little less because I honestly have not like watched a lot in a while. So feel free to kind of cut me out of the conversation a little bit. So yeah.
All right, so the anime conventions are coming up for people who want to get their anime fix somewhere. The next anime convention is called JFAX 7. That is on June 27th, next Saturday. It's in Green Valley State University in Michigan. So if you guys want to learn more about it, go to www.jfax.org or .com or look it up on Google. But they're for 2 days, and they open at 9:30 on Saturday. Opening ceremonies at 10 a.m. and events close at 6 p.m. But like they are open both Saturday and Sunday, and it's free. You don't have to pay for anything, which is cool. So, but like I'm pretty sure the one that everybody, or mostly everybody, wants to go to is that's going to happen within a few weeks is Anime Expo in LA. It's going to be at the it's going to be in LA. It's going to be at the where is it at? Yeah, it's near the Staples Center. Yeah, it's the LA Convention Center, and last year it was pretty huge. Yeah, David Hayter was there last year. I don't know if he's coming back this year. If you want to look up Anime Expo, go to www.animeexpo.com or .org, whatever you find it at. But yeah, they have their online registration and everything up. So yeah, if you want to go, check it out. And that's your plug for you guys, Anime Expo and JFAX. So let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we like hit on most of them. But next week I'm gonna get some more anime stuff in here because we haven't talked as much as we should. Yeah. So next time around I'll get some anime stuff, news and whatnot. I'll even bring up like the episodes that are coming out when the podcast hits, so that if you're the kind of person that likes anime but doesn't know when and what time the episodes come out, we'll let you know. And we'll try to do some, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, hopefully we have a microphone problem resolved too, but yeah, we'll hopefully.
If anyone would like to donate a mixer, multiple channel mixer would be nice. At least 4 channels.
Yeah, seriously, because we're doing this off of one mic. So it's not the best quality in the world, but yeah, mixer would help. So, but until then, one mic, I guess, for now. But yeah. So I think the last thing we're gonna say is the website will be up, or well, it's still in the works. So you can find this podcast on iTunes eventually. It will eventually go on iTunes. I still have to do that. But hey, it's not that hard to upload to iTunes. But it will be either there or on a YouTube account or on my dad's website, on Napa Valley College website. So yeah. So either way, you'll find us one way or the other. So if you guys want to follow me to find out more information about the podcast, or if you want to donate money so we can get a mixer, my Twitter account, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/defectivenaruto. I don't know if you guys have a Twitter or MySpace, or I don't know if you guys want people following you, or you're fine. Are you fine? All right, so I guess I'm the only one. So yeah. So as we see a furry being slapped on a Jerry Springer show clip. Yeah, YouTube it. So well, guys, our first episode. So what do you guys think?
I think we're the sexiest men alive. Women will want us all over the world. I do not have a big ego. I'm just saying. True facts. You'll hear us in a few weeks. We'll be all over the news.
I'm gonna have to agree, and also ask you what you did to my tap HUD, whatever. And it took a really long time to get here, but it's all good now. So yeah, next week maybe we should be better off. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Any last words, Jake?
I think I'd have to say that this podcast was a success.
I have to agree on that. All right, this is Anthony Bianis signing off, and we'll see you all next week.